Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ronnie Marmo, and I'm the very proud artistic director of Theater 68, and I hope everyone is staying safe during this crazy time. I want to welcome you to our annual One Act Festival. And this year, we're presenting this festival as a fundraiser, trying to keep the doors open at Theater 68 on both coasts. As in years past, each One Act has been written, directed, and will be performed by members of the company. We realize this is a very unique experience, and since we can't invite you to our theater, we thought we'd bring our show to you, our virtual stage, as it were. We've learned a lot in this process. Zoom is essentially a hybrid between theater and film. And although it's not exactly the same as us being together in the same room, we've embraced the medium and we're excited to present these plays to you. We also understand Zoom fatigue is a very real thing. So what we've decided to do is present one 10-minute play each evening. Essentially, each play will run once a week for 6 weeks. There will also be a brief Q&A after the show, so please stick around for that. Now, finally, we've decided not to charge for tickets. Instead, we're asking for your donation by going to Venmo and typing in Theater 68, or go to your browser, type in paypal.me/Theater68. In both cases, theater is spelled with an R-E. There's no amount too small. So sit back from the orchestra of your own home. The shows are brief, they're light, they're easy to get to, and we really, really appreciate your support. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, enjoy the show, and onward we go.
All right, so what you're saying is, let me try to get this straight, okay? What you are saying is you are not
in Woody Creek at all. I'm nowhere near Aspen, mi hombre. I'm in Florida on vacation. It's February. Fuck the cold.
You fucking kidding me?
Get a life, man. I'm not your personal little pharmacy.
Come on, man. You know I need the stuff to write.
How's that my problem?
We need the only... Because you're the only drug dealer in Aspen who will sell to me, you sack of shit. I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I don't know what to tell you, mi hombre. I mean, you're a smart guy. You're resourceful. I'm sure someone will sell you something.
No. I don't buy from anybody else because you got the best stuff, man. You are the best, okay? You're the best. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Davis. You're. I didn't mean to call you names. Did I call you names? I called you names. I didn't mean to call you names. You're not a sack of shit.
Oh, that's very flattering.
We know each other so long, man. Come on, I trust you. You trust me, right?
Trust? We ran into each other in a bar and did heroin together over a year ago. And then you threatened to shoot me. And then you almost got me arrested. No. You know what you are? You're a snitch. You're a professional snitch. Just fuck off. And don't call me.
No. You do not hang up on me, man. You hang up on me, I will blow your fucking head off. You motherfucker.
I'm sorry. You have reached a number that is...
I can't... What did I fucking do? What did I fucking do? What fucking... You fucking put the fucking bag. Come on. Kip. I Fuck! Who are you?
Is everything all right? I heard.
What are you doing in my house?
The door was open. I rang the door.
No, you're not answering my question. I need to know who you are.
Mind putting the gun away? You're making me very uncomfortable.
No. I have the right to defend my home, and you are intruding. Who are you?
Your from Rolling Stone. The article, the one you're getting paid to write. Yes, Thompson, did you forget? It doesn't look like you have much so far.
Hey, put it down. Touch my stuff.
Fine. Hot?
Yeah. Oh, you're stressing me out. I mean, it's been a long day.
It's 3 p.m.
Terry sent you? What the fuck?
Vacation. I'm his assistant. And you know, you've been nothing but a headache for us. The last article you sent was so late, we didn't even have time to edit it. We had to go straight to print.
So?
You did a first-person hatchet job on 3 CEOs, Fortune 500 companies who just happened to be close personal friends with the owner of the magazine.
That's your job.
Are you trying to commit career suicide? Your article amounts to slander and libel. You're lucky you're not being sued.
Whoa, thank God for that, huh?
Yeah, you also admitted to substance abuse, soliciting a prostitute. And I hate to say it, but the article itself came across as unhinged, frankly.
Look. I never claimed to be a saint, okay? I mean, I just tell the truth as I see it, and the truth is dirty and ugly, you know, and you know, sometimes you gotta make yourself dirty and ugly in order to expose the dirtiness and ugliness around you. I mean, that's why you hired me, right? I mean, I'm a fucking animal. You see, it kind of starts at the top and it trickles down to us, you know, that dark, venal, violent, amoral, addictive side of all red-blooded Americans. We're full of ourselves. We think we're immortal, and we're all for sale at the right price. Hey, look, you want some of this?
No, thank you.
Oh, all right. Suit yourself.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Are you okay?
You're kidding, right? You gotta be kidding, right? Well, let me ask you something, Miss...
It's Sterling.
Wait. As in Terry Sterling's wife?
Chief Executive Assistant.
No, wait. No, this is too much. This is just... You're Terry's wife?
I am his assistant. I also happen to be married to him, yes. And when he's away, I frequently run the magazine.
So you're the boss when the boss isn't around, huh? Huh? You sign my checks, don't you?
My husband does. I'm his proxy, so yes.
Well, I am honored, boss. Out of curiosity, how much do you make, huh?
I fail to see how that's relevant.
Terry's on vacation, probably diddling another one of his young assistants by now. Yeah. You know, I think you and I might be able to come to an understanding after all. I mean, you want me to get to work, and I want you out of here so I can get back to my weed and blow. It's a joke. Come on. I'm kidding, right? Lighten up, would you? Come on. Have a line, would you? All right. I'll tell you what. I'm going to make you an offer. How about I give you $1,000 to fuck off and tell that jackhole husband of yours, Terry, to suck my ballsack, huh?
No, and I'm offended you'd even suggest something.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm really, really sorry. I mean, what was I thinking? You know?
Do you think this is a joke? I mean, what is that?
Okay, this is, oh man. It's about $250,000, I think.
You're the devil.
All right, so, if you could have anything you wanted, what would it be?
What I want is for you to deliver this article by the deadline.
Weak. Come on. Forget work for a second. What do you want?
To do my job?
Your job blows. You had to come all the way out here in the middle of bumfuck Colorado to get your story. I mean, you're going to stand there and lie to me and tell me you actually love your job.
I just wish I didn't have to deal with people like you, okay?
Good. See, now we're getting somewhere. And I want to thank you for your honesty. So, what's in that briefcase? You can start your own goddamn paper with enough funding to hire writers, editors, printers, make deals with distributors, the whole enchilada.
I have a job. Why do you think I would want that?
No, thinking aloud. Get down to primal instincts. You a lion or a sheep?
I'm a lion.
You're goddamn right you're a lion. You're an alpha. Be an alpha. Come on, take charge. Take what's yours.
Lost me again.
A female-run paper. A new era of journalism. A new breed of journalists exposing the flaws in our chaotic, male-run society. Tell me that isn't something that you want.
I mean, yes.
Now we're talking. Come on, take a line, would you? I mean, really, come on. It'll help you think clearer, really. Yeah. Not bad, huh? All right. So, here we go. Look in the briefcase.
Oh my God.
No, fuck me, right? God, dump it out, would you? Dump it all out. Go ahead, do it now. Put your hands in it, touch it all over there, yeah. Get in there, touch it, smell it, come on, put it up there, come on. Smell it, go ahead.
Where did you get it?
Doesn't matter, forget about that. Ask him better. Wait a second, should I go get some more?
How much more?
How much do you want?
I mean, if you're offering all of it.
You want all of my money?
Hey, you offered.
All right, fuck it. All right, here we go, Dick. So, what's in this briefcase is the exact same amount that was in the other briefcase. That make about $500,000. I give them both to you, no funny stuff. And in turn, you got to walk out of here and march right into Terry's office. And I say to him, and I need you to say this verbatim. Hunter said, go fuck yourself.
That's it.
Well, then you know, quit your job, light the place on fire, burn it to the ground, let him know who he's dealing with.
You can't be serious.
No, I'm joking. But seriously, if you do burn the place down, I will consider it a personal favor. Come on. Take it!
Where would I even begin to spend it? What, do I just go bricks of cash? And this paper of mine that I'm supposedly starting, where do I even begin?
Come on, you're asking the wrong questions, really. Come on, a second ago you were thinking, really seriously thinking and seriously considering this. Come on, you want another line?
No, Hunter. This is how you do things. I work for it. I'm very charming, but how can you expect me to give up everything I've worked all my life to become? Or maybe you're just losing your touch.
You know, you just suck the fun out of everything. Do you know that? You're a fun sucker, really.
It's time to sober up, okay? You thought you had me going there for a minute, but guess what? You're not the first drugged up writer I've dealt with. You've had enough with the booze and cigarettes and cocaine and distractions. Hunter, just write. Take your hands, put them on the keys, write.
Fine. You don't have to be such a bitch.
Don't be a crybaby. You're better than that. I've read everything you've ever written. And honestly, after the last book, it's all gone off the rails and it's getting hard to watch. I asked you if you were okay. You're the one telling me to go murder my coworkers like a complete lunatic, Hunter.
Did I say that? I don't think I said that. I think you're putting words in my mouth. And stop calling me Hunter. You're not my goddamn mother.
Just get to work, okay? And if you don't, there are plenty of young rising stars who I'm sure would be very lucky to have a shot at your slam.
Are you okay? Fuck you. You don't give a shit about me personally and what I have seen and been through and my journalistic integrity and the fact that I have bled for you and your failing shitty magazine. Let me explain something to you that you fundamentally misunderstand about me. I have never advocated drugs, alcohol, violence, or insanity to anyone. But they've always worked for me.
You are standing in your own way of doing your job.
My job, my real job, is to be man's voice in the chaos.
There are plenty of people who can do that without dropping acid and chasing it with an 8-ball.
Right. Yeah. So, all right. So if you want me to get back to your precious Rolling Stone article, I suggest you just kind of fuck off and leave me here in peace.
I'll leave you to your work, Mr. Thompson. Get yourself a new phone and send us the bill. I'll call you this time tomorrow to check on your progress, okay? And for God's sake, drink some water. You look like dog shit.
Yeah. Maybe I am losing my touch. Yeah.
I seen love go by my door. Never been this close before. Never been so easy or so slow. I've been shooting in the dark too long. But something's not right, it's wrong. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Purple clothes, crimson hair across your face. You can make me cry if you don't know. Can't remember what I was thinking of. You might be spoiling me too much love.
Hi, Joe Montaigne here. Wanting to thank you for your donation, which will help Theater 68 continue to be one of our finest local theaters here in the United States. Thanks again.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
All right.
Wow.
And
All right. Congratulations.
Wow. How about an round of applause for Megan Magee? Huh?
Megan, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh darn it.
Super sub. You're super sub. On top of directing and doing that other player, and you I don't know how you did it. Unbelievable.
oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
Because she's a rock star. That's
yeah,
why.
she's
That's
a rock
right.
star.
A rock star and a bona fide professional. Amazing work,
Right.
you guys. So proud of all of you. I can't believe it's closing night. My hair is looking crazy. Let's do this. Amazing work. Amazing work. We have some great questions in the chat we're going to get to. But I wanted to kick things off by going ahead and reminding for the final time in the run that Theater 68 is accepting donations to keep the doors open. So this is your last chance to go ahead and be a part of keeping us alive and well by donating through Venmo. The Venmo handle is at Theater68 with an RE, or at PayPal at paypal.me/Theater68. Thank you guys again for the support. You guys have been incredible during this experience. I want to kick things off, since we were talking about it a bit at the top, with you, Megan, wearing so many hats. Can you talk a little bit about what it was like pinch hitting and being so quick and memorizing and making sure that everything was in place and then giving that kind of performance?
oh my God. I mean, right now, I'm blacked out partially. But the process was fun. Like I was super, super nervous. And then Marty and I had a rehearsal. And fortunately, I've been hearing him and Isa run these lines for months now at this point, like 2 months. And so it came pretty quick and it was fun. And I love Marty, and he's a trusted friend of mine. And that really helped. And so I'm super proud. What else could I say? I'm really proud. I'm really happy. I think I got a little off with some of the tech stuff as well. Like it was all a little much, but I don't know. I'm honestly partially blacked out right now. So I feel like you just need to take everything I say with a grain of salt at the moment, but I'm happy and I'm proud.
Well, listen, girl, we are happy and proud of you, and none of us are sitting here with the script. It was your performance we were looking at, and you knocked it out of the park. So congratulations. Christian, I'd love to ask you what inspired this piece as the writer. Obviously, so well written. So wanted to talk a little bit about what inspired this and what that process was for you.
The first thing that came to mind when we had the writing prompt, Primal Instincts, was, I think, baser desires, like people that like deal with the dark and gritty parts of themselves. And to me, nobody spoke to that more than Hunter S. Thompson. I had been watching an interview or a documentary about him at the time, and I think it was just sort of a confluence of circumstance that I ended up writing about him specifically, because I was like, I latched onto him as a touchstone of primal desire and stuff. But he was a phenomenal writer who dealt with sort of the seedy underbelly of politics and of just human desires, for the desire for self-aggrandizement in general, and giving yourself to your baser instincts. So that was why I was drawn to him.
That's incredible. And of course, Marty doing such an incredible job of encompassing this man. Marty, one of the questions in the chat was asking you to talk about your approach to playing the last moments in this real person's life, and how that experience was for you.
Oh, meaning my approach to the play in general, right? Well, first of all, I mean, I'm from that era, 60s, 70s. I'm Mr. Rolling Stone guy, Mr. Radical lefty guy. I was back then. I was all about that. And so I dug Hunter S. Thompson anyway. See, I use the word dug. And he, he was great. I read Hell's Angels. I read many of his articles in Rolling Stone, the Gonzo journalism. I loved his whole manic but brilliant and getting really into the heart of the outliers of society. So I just was fascinated with that. Also, maybe something that for me personally, my approach was that, for me personally, I kind of always fancied myself as one that sometimes is an outlier to a certain extent, probably even right now at times. So also I just, all of that insane, I used to be a big party animal myself many years ago. I've since given all that stuff up, but I really remember it very clearly. So I just called all that chaos from muscle memory, and it all kind of came together, and it was just very exciting for me to do this.
Marty, the fact that you remember it all is surprising.
That's right. They said if you can remember the '60s, you probably weren't there. That's how the old adage goes.
That's so funny. Well, you brought everything that you've accumulated over the years into this piece with a job well done. Obviously, this is a completely new medium, a new experience for all of us. Wanted to talk a little bit about the tech component of what we're doing. You all have incredibly vibrant landscapes behind you. Richard, can you talk a little bit about what the experience on Zoom has been versus being on camera for film, television, or on a stage?
Well, it's good. You get comfortable in your surroundings. So you don't have that anxiety. You know where everything is. There's very little chance of anything unpredictable happening because you're controlling it. But you sometimes miss that juice, that energy, that adrenaline that you get from a crowd. And Marty does an unbelievable job of getting his energy up for every show 6 times, and in an environment where it may be tough to. You can't feed off the crowd, and you don't have that gratification. You don't feel the audience, moving and along with the play. But in a way, I like it because it just blocks out distractions, and I can focus on the other actor and really work off of them. But the challenge is to really get the juices flowing and the adrenaline up without that crowd.
Yeah, it's certainly different. We're all in this together. That was a common theme in all the performances, especially in the Q&A, that we've all bonded so much as a result of this medium and this experience. So it's been wonderful. I want to go around the horn and ask a quick question. It's kind of an overarching question. Is there anything that you felt you would have done differently throughout the course of this experience? And Megan, we can go ahead and start with you.
Only in hindsight. I mean, I think now knowing the breadth of technical support needed to run this thing, I think now I would have a better idea of which positions are needed to run what thing. And I think I was talking to Samantha, who's been like, by the way, Colin has been like tech goddess, marketing queen this whole time. She helped me tonight, right before the show. We were having an issue starting the live stream at 8:01, and so thank God for Samantha Bowen. And but she's been doing so much of it. Lauren Winenberg has been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot. Janelle, you've been hosting a lot of the Q&As, and it's definitely spread a lot of us a little thin. And I think now, having done this once before, we can go ahead and do it again with a list of like, okay, now we know we need this many people on this duty, that many people on that duty. This is who needs to be in charge of. And these 2 things are too much for one person to do. Let's add another person. So I think really it would just be staffing, which is great because we have a company of like 50 people. That's the only thing I would change. Everything else has been an absolute dream. We've done 6 weeks of theater in our houses. It's incredible. And if the only thing I have are some tech concerns, that's a pretty great.
Those are all good problems to have because those are manageable and fixable and all that jazz. How about you, Marty?
But for me, it was, not unlike Megan, what you're saying, echoing that, understanding the medium and understanding the issues of specifically of sound and lights. And, I kind of came to that late. I bought a microphone like after the first performance. I kind of really, in a sense, kind of understanding the limitations of Zoom, but that you can go past it if you do some work, if you understand, what needs to be done to make the sound better, make the lighting better, and perhaps, understanding, checking yourself like it's another medium where actors not supposed to be looking at their own rushes as they're going, and yet we have to check ourselves. Are we in frame? Is there something? I picked my hat, my eyes showing. So it sort of becomes like this third eye going on. So once I know I have that going on, I'll be able to be more effortless about it. But I want to say that this has absolutely has saved me, not, given me such an incredible feeling of well-being and excitement and accomplishment. And I just want to thank the guy over there in the lower right-hand box. Maybe he's in a different box in your Zoom. Our fearless leader, Ronnie Marmo, who when he first said, I think we're going to do the one acts. And it was like, what? All I was thinking was, what, is he fucking kidding me? I said this internally. Oh, I said, I cursed on Zoom. I can curse on Zoom. Christian said it's okay.
I did say it's okay. I did say it's okay.
Yes, you did. But anyway, and my first reaction was no. And then sure enough, not only, he stuck with it. He said, we're going to do this. And then look what happened, not just with my show, but 7 shows, checking in, watching other people's shows over the course of the week, checking back, seeing how it grew. Wonderful, just a wonderful, rewarding experience, not just my show, but being a part of this company and what it has done under these strange circumstances.
No, it's definitely been a blessing to be able to do the work and get inspired. So Ronnie, that's a great transition over to you real quick. I wanted you to talk about your first successful online festival and what that experience has been for you.
Well, thank you, Marty. I mean, Marty just summed it up. It's, it was like most of my life. You throw it against the wall and you hope something happens, and you go, okay, well, I'm going to fake it till I make it, bring your ass and your mind will follow, show up and suit up and show up, all those sayings. And that's really what I did here, because I knew that I had a whole company that I would lose sleep trying to figure out ways to keep you guys excited and inspired. And my company is my family. And so I just wanted so badly for everyone to continue to be inspired. And I didn't want us to be limited by what was going on. I wanted to go beyond what was going on. So even when I said yes to all these things, many times I was like, is this crazy? I think I'm crazy. Or I'd call Megan and we'd talk it through, And so, and at the end of the day, it was never about should we, it's about let's see what it looks like when we get to the end, So what I hear you guys talking about, and mostly every show has said this, the technical elements of something will continue to grow. Essentially, the first time they did TV, they were figuring that out too, right? After radio, they went to television. So we're figuring this out, and I'm happy to be on the ground floor. Performance-wise, though, it's beautiful. You guys were great. Megan, you were great tonight. Wonderful to see you just jump in, and you're such a pro. It's unbelievable. So we'll do more. The way I see this going now, I think we'll let everybody rest in October, and somewhere around the beginning of November, I'll start breaking everybody's chops again, and we'll figure out what we're going to do next. I do think truly that the one-act format is the right format until we could get back together. I think 90-minute plays, 2-hour plays, it's all too much right now. So I think we're doing it right, and I see this happening potentially again. You have to remember, we wrote these about 11 months ago. So we're actually due for that writing assignment. So let's see what happens. Early November, you'll hear from us. But anyway, that's what's happening. So.
Well, it's certainly exciting to be able to jump back in and see what phase 2 of this process looks like. Christian, Richard, I know I cut you guys off on the what things you would have done differently, so I'm actually going to start with you in terms of what were some of your favorite moments from this piece and the festival in general. Richard, if you want to go ahead and kick us off there.
Oh wow, it's hard to pick out a few things. I just little weird things. I love the line when Marty says, "Smell it, smell it," but this cracks me up. It blows me away. What I really loved tonight was, Isa was great, but her relationship with Hunter was different. What Megan brought today was, I love this relationship. It was, she didn't just care about the business aspect of it. She cares about, this is a hero. No one wants to see a hero or someone that they look up to, fall down like this. And it reminds me of a movie from the early 90s called Mr. Saturday Night. Helen Hunt, before she was really famous, was Billy Crystal's agent. And Billy Crystal is this aging comedian who's on the downside of his career. And she's not making a lot of money off of him, but she's trying to help him out, just get him work. And I saw this sort of relationship with you two, that it was just great. It's just been great the connection is really been the best thing for me, especially when we started up in August, because August I really was kind of isolated, and just to have a small role in this has just been enough for me. And it's just the connection of working with people and putting on something. And I'm glad it went 6 weeks, because that just means more weeks of being connected and having this weekly ritual and working with great people. So that's really the best thing, is just the connection and working with great professional people.
Absolutely. I love all of that. Christian, I want to turn it on over to you as well for the same question. What were some of your favorite moments? You've acted in one, you've written in one, you too have worn a couple of hats. So what have been some of your favorites?
Absolutely. I like the aspect of wearing different hats. I like being able to sample all the different ways in which I can be a part of the creative process, from conceptualizing, like, what do I want to write about, to the actual, like, inaction of writing that first draft, and then writing several other drafts, and then kicking it over to a director, in this case, Megan, and getting like really awesome notes and feedback and editing and stuff like that. And going through that entire process was super collaborative. I'm all about collaboration and creating something that is not just mine, but like belongs to everyone that is a part of it. And so, especially in that sense, this play is not just my play. Like, it belongs to Megan and to Marty and to Isa and to Richard. It belongs to all of them, because they got to know it just as well, if not better than I did, when I wrote it. And so I think my favorite part of it is the ability to collaborate with not only just like my friends, but also like my peers, and people that I would consider people that I want to keep working with. And then from the acting aspect, it's kind of cool to like know that like one of your friends wrote it, and like, I went to like a BFA program, and I was told to like always like honor the text, and that the text is sacred and kind of a thing. And when you know the writer, like, you can just kind of talk to them and like have a relationship with them and be like, hey, listen, like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And it becomes a negotiation where you have a real relationship, not just with the text, but also with the people that are behind the text. And I love that.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I have a really fun question that I want to throw in before we have to wrap things up. What music album could you listen to, or have you listened to over and over, that you won't get sick of? And it's from our very own Riley V.
Ooh. That's a cool question.
It's a great. What music album can you listen to over and over again and never get sick of? Okay.
Go ahead, Richard.
I have a few. The first one that comes to mind is Octung Baby by U2. I could listen because there's so many great songs. It never gets boring. I could listen to it all over and over.
Amazing. Go ahead, Marty. You got one?
Any Beatle album, but let's just go ahead and say, because of the sheer number of songs on it, the White Album of the Beatles. I could listen to it.
Awesome. Awesome. How about you, Meg?
Billy Joel, Turnstiles.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically, just Summer Highland Falls on loop.
One of my favorites.
Where the heck did Christian go? He got scared. He couldn't think of an album. There he is. How about you, Christian? You got an album you can hear on loop?
You're muted.
Oh, I think we got some audio issues.
But that's interesting because the listening to an album on a loop became kind of a lost thing to do with with the way we purchase music over the last 15 years. And artists really just kind of produce songs, and the whole concept of a concept album where the order of the songs and which song represents and what they're trying to present in that order gets kind of lost in the way we purchase and listen to music now. So that's a very interesting question. Yeah. Riley may be young, but he has an old soul.
Music has evolved just the way in which theater and film has in our case. So that's what I'm going to use as my tie-in to turn things on over to our fearless leader.
Before you do, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say, before you do that, I just want to, can I just say one thing?
Sure, yeah.
Otherwise, I'm never going to get a chance to say this. I just want to say, mention Isa again. She actually had a very successful procedure in the hospital. Actually, she had she doesn't care, double knee replacement. God bless. And she's doing great already. She's doing great. And I just want to say to Isa, if you are listening, you are here in this meeting, in this Q&A with us. And I just wanted to say that. That's all.
Thank you, Marty. Thank you for saying that. Isa, we love you. We missed you this evening. Megan did you well. She did you justice. No worries there. You guys all have been rock stars since day one, so you should be very proud of what you've done over the course of the last 6 weeks. We're very excited. But Ronnie, want you to go ahead and take us home here. Obviously, this has been an incredible 6 weeks. This has been such an amazing experience for all of us. Very deeply heartfelt from each and every one of us in every Q&A that I've hosted and I've seen. We've all been so, excited about what this has done for us and kept us inspired. But would love to hear from you some closing words, if you will.
Sure. Well, first of all, I invited Samantha on at the end. I just blew her up because, listen, I'm only going to name 2 names because there were so many people who participated, but I could sleep tonight if I named 2 because I gushed all over Lauren Winenberg last night at a group level. So I've done that. But I got to tell you guys, like, if anyone enjoyed a moment of this, whether you're an actor, whether you're an audience member, whether you were the writer being proud, none of this happens without Samantha Bowen. It's just none of it. Like I know that I get the pat on the back, but it's just like without that woman, this doesn't happen. And so she exceeded, like, you guys don't even know. You won't even know the time, energy, love spent by this woman and the energy she put in. And so the fact that everyone got to do it, see it, be a part of it, without her, I'm not sure it doesn't happen. It definitely doesn't happen the same way. And so Samantha, on behalf of everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sam. God bless.
Thank love you, Sam.
Thank you, guys.
You are appreciated, and you are a rich woman. You have so many people who love you madly and are grateful to you. So me on the top of the list, you mean the world to me. So thank you for that. And obviously, so she was my right hand in this entire process, and my left hand was Megan Magee, and that woman is equally as influential and has helped this process go in all the other ways Samantha hadn't. So combined, they made one great mind, and so Megan, thank you so much. I mean, it just would not. I mean, we all owe both of you women so much gratitude for this. And in a crazy way, it went so well that that now we're screwed because we get to do this again. So maybe you should have screwed up a few times along the way. But I have so much love for you guys, and thank you. And Megan, I mean, you know, you know what you mean to me. So it is so fitting that you had the pinch hit tonight, and you closed out it just all worked out, you know. So what can I say? Thank you. And if anyone who supported us, please, you know, just know we're so grateful. We did live theater for 6 weeks. We did 42 performances of live theater in 42 nights, essentially. And if you like what you saw, we just went into rehearsal for the Los Angeles chapter to do our festival, which will be 5 weeks long in Los Angeles instead of 6. And so stay tuned on all that. But thank you so much. And if you're home, if you're isolated, you can create, you can do things you want to do. If you're watching and you think, oh God, I need people anyway, you can. We proved it. So, and you can reach out to us. Okay, much love. Let's sign off before I get too gushy. I'm already mushad here.
Where's Catherine? Yeah.
And where's Catherine Logan? She's there?
Catherine's been hosting the Q&A.
Where's she? Put your little face out there, Catherine.
Hi.
Where she is. Take it.
Hey.
You're
Hi,
amazing, Catherine. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for it was just so great. So all right, guys, let's move on. And I guess I just have a couple of more words, and that is onward we go.
Yes.
That's it. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe, healthy, and thank you for all the support.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
All right, we're out. We're free.